Don't you just love when the government officials that mandate in your city announce rules for thee, but not for me? Well, I certainly hate it, and that's why I've concocted a list here to put them on full display for all to see. So first up, we got Gavin Newsom, just a classic. He went out eating at a French restaurant for his friend's 50th birthday. An exclusion, right?
On the minimized mixing, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge something just before we go into the Q&A. And that is very soberly acknowledge that a few weeks ago, I was asked to go to a friend's 50th birthday. And so I want to apologize to you because I need to preach and practice, not just preach and not practice. And I've done my best to do that, the spirit of what I am promoting. And so if we're going to minimize mixing, you got to own up to that. So I just want folks to know that. Paid for our dinner, and we had an early dinner, but didn't matter. I shouldn't have been there. I should have turned back around. And so when that happens, you pay the price, but you also own the mistake, and you don't ever make it again. And you have my word on that. And just know this has not been a practice I've indulged in the past. I take it very seriously, what we are promoting, and have been doing so for many, many months. And you should expect nothing less of me, and I expect more from myself. And you have that commitment in my resolve.
Now, Gavin's apology, I really do not understand. He's sitting there laughing as if the cameraman's sitting there behind the camera going, trying to make him laugh. That just doesn't even make sense. That's the worst apology ever. Now I got red marks under my eyes. But next up into the tank, we got the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, with another classic case of the hypocrisy from these Democrats.
There's a contingent in the city that don't understand that you can't party like it was February. We're in the middle of a pandemic. So we are placing this huge emphasis on staying home, limiting the number of people that you're coming into contact on a daily basis. When that big crowd a week ago, everybody was wearing masks. You can see the shot here. Mask compliance in our city is actually up very, very high. But yes, there are times when we actually do need to have a relief and come together. And I felt like that was one of those times. That crowd was gathered whether I was there or not. But this has been a super hard year on everyone. Everyone feels traumatized. They feel threatened, their safety, and they don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. And with this new surge in cases, we have just got to step up and do the right thing.
So my eyes may be a little deceiving here, but if I'm correct, I was able to count 5 people there without masks on, not including her, sitting there with the megaphone blasting out, yelling into people as if that wouldn't protrude the COVID virus. Kind of funny that she considers it okay to celebrate if Trump loses, because they need this, right? They need this. Families don't need Thanksgiving, right? But we need this to celebrate Trump losing. Now, I can already tell that one's going down as a classic. However, this next one is one of my personal favorites, the Nancy Pelosi specialty.
I take responsibility for trusting the word of a neighborhood salon that I've been to over the years many times, and that when they said, well, we're able to accommodate people one person at a time, and that we can set up that time, I trusted that. As it turns out, it was a setup. So I take responsibility for falling for a setup. And that's all I'm going to say on that. Anything else? I think that that this salon owes me an apology for setting up. I feel your question and your question are an opportunity, and I thank you for them. An opportunity to say there's more to this that I'm not going into as to the motivation of a salon to say to me, yes, come in, and then they go from there. It was clearly a setup. I take responsibility for falling for a setup by a neighborhood salon that I've gone to for years.
Imagine being the Speaker of the House and getting set up. It was a setup, a sting operation. How did I was just getting my hair blow dried one second, the next second I didn't have my mask, I didn't know where I was. It makes no sense, man. They just love to make the rules for thee, but not for me. It makes no sense, and I hate seeing it every day in the news, so I'm calling it out. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.